Hey guys, Psychic here, and welcome back to another episode of K Factory with me. Hello. And we're getting right back into Botania. So we were working on some baits and stuff. I just left it over there. We were waiting, mostly just waiting on getting some mana. Now I went ahead and made 4 more of these endo flames, and even though I said I recommended coal, if you're going to have a lot of endo flames, I was also wrong. You could do the blocks, because the blocks do last longer, and I'm not having any issues, at least with this many endo flames, of things despawning, so it's going pretty good. But I have a mana pool that's over half full, so I think we can go ahead and make some runes. Now, we were working on... This is the wrong place to look at. I was looking at a lot of stuff. We were wanting to get into the terrestrial agglomeration plate, because that's what's going to lead us into terra steel and so on and so forth. So I got the lapis. I have that hidden somewhere. We have the living rock. I just haven't held it yet. We're going to get the actual plate itself. Now for this, we have the lapis. We're going to need some mana steel, so we need a block of that. So let's go ahead and grab, like... Well, I have a mana steel ingot, so I can grab that. And here's the tricky part with these mana pools. When you got a thing over them, they're not easy to throw. You do it. They don't always go in. There we go. Now I got 9. We can go ahead and make a block. There we go. And I believe I have some other stuff in here. Don't look at it. It's not important, I promise. It's fine. Anyway. So we have the plate itself. I'm actually going to need some more of the living rock. We're going to make some of these plates. Or not plates, runes. And to do that, we're going to need a fishing rod, a sugarcane, a bone meal. So this is going to make the water rune. It's also going to take, I believe it's a mana steel ingot as well as powder. Let me double check that real quick at Botania rune. Yes, so each of these, all of them always take a mana powder and an mana steel ingot, and for the base ones. Once you start getting into the other ones, they get a little funky. But for the base ones, you always need mana steel ingot and a mana powder, which is just any sort of powder. I always knew it to be gunpowder, so that's interesting that it's different powder. Or I guess some dyes. That's some new stuff. Well, I have plenty of gunpowder, so I'm not going to worry about that. But you're going to need that for each, so it's just a matter of, again, trying to just shove it in there. Sometimes you find an angle, and then you can't find it again. Okay. And all you gotta do is you can either, right-click it, or you could just toss them on there, and it should do that. And then it'll start, you see the little loading thing, and all you gotta do is you'll take a piece of living rock, as well as your wand of the forest when it's done. You right-click it with the living rock, and then right-click the wand, and then it'll give you your rune. But this does take a little bit of mana, but thankfully not too terribly much. You see, it's just that little bit, so I should be able to make all of it. Now, I'm only gonna make 1 of each. I have enough to make it twice, but I don't need to do that right now, just to save us some time. So yeah, you just toss that on there, click it, and you get your rune. So yeah. So that's that rune. We have Rune of Air, so let's go ahead and grab the stuff for the nether. Now I'm going to need, because I already have a Rune of Air, 2. Okay, oops. Well, no, I needed that extra gunpowder. Okay. Ah, I got 1 in there. Can I do... Why can't I? There we go. Don't change my angle. There we go. Don't change my angle. There we go. Okay. So, nether warp, nether brick, gunpowder, mana steel ingot, mana powder, and that will make us a fire rune. And then last but not least, we're going to make a earth rune using a block of coal, a stone, and a mushroom. And I don't think it has to be a brown mushroom. No, it could be just any brown or red mushroom. And then any type of stone. I just like to use normal Minecraft stone, because it's what I know and it's what I love. So let's go ahead. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. There we go. Put 1 too many on there. Give it back. There we go. And then boop, boop, boop. And we'll let that go. And then we got all of our runes. And we're just going to need 1 of each. Now we're also going to need, for this plate, is it called a rune of mana, which is simple. It's just 5 ingots of mana steel ingots, and then a mana pearl, which is just using an ender pearl. So we just got to find that angle again. We can do it. Alright, it's almost there. So we'll do that, and then we'll be able to make the plate. And I moved this, if y'all haven't noticed. I moved this because I'm going to just use this little corner for the actual thing, because it's what makes sense to me. Oop, it's done. There you go. Here's your earth rune. And then it's just, let's go ahead and get that angle like we said. Can we get it? Aha! Gotta crouch. There we go. Awesome. And we'll let that go. Now, we can make this a bunch easier if I made another mana pool and just had it to the side. So that way I wouldn't have to worry about this and just fill that. But I wanted to get as much mana into this as we possibly could, so that way I can use it. But it seems to be going pretty good with all of this. So 8 endo flames and some blocks of coal if you can spare it. Seems to be doing good. And I think it also works with charcoal if you wanted to go even more renewable than just coal. But I have an auto miner, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. There we go. Now, I will say this only gives 1 rune of mana, where all of these other ones will give you 2. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's just how it is. So, let's go ahead and craft this up. Now, it's like this, and then it's like this, and I know the order matters, and I never remember what it is. So if I do this, then click. There we go. So it's water, earth, mana, air, fire. For whatever reason, that matters. So quest complete, and this will give us a spark, which sparks are great. So it's used to create Terra Steel. We'll make half of the mana pool to create 1 Terra Steel. Place the spark above a mana pool and above the agglomeration plate to transfer mana fast. So preview the multi-block in Lexica Botania. So it gave us 1. We're going to need to make another one, but it's pretty easy. It's just a gold nugget, blaze powder, and either the mushrooms or the thing. Or the not the thing. Petals. But we're going to go ahead and just put this... Yeah, I've been building a basement. I kind of forgot that's how that worked. It's okay. It will not be a problem. So it was 4 lapis, so the lapis has to be in the... Oops. Like this. Like this, and then it's like this with the living rock. And then you just put the Terra Steel plate down, and then there you go. That should work. Now, it wants us to make another spark. We're going to do that. I'm going to show y'all. I've been making a basement. Not a good one, but I've been making a basement. And the reason why... This isn't what I dropped down here. Does dirt turn into things and I just have been blind to that? I have a feeling. Where... Plant drops, no. Where would it be? Cutting board, I don't... I have stuff, and I don't remember doing that, but that's okay. Let's go home. And go ahead and make another spark. I did actually leave my petals and all that at home, though, so we can't... I can grab the gold nugget and the blaze powder. Because we just need at least the 2. Nope. Come on. Grab one of things when I ask for it. But we just need the 2 sparks for now. Now in the future, for other things, if we want to transfer mana faster, that'll also be great. But this makes it to where I believe we don't have to use the mana spreaders. We just have to put, as long as you got sparks on, the things that you need sparks on. And it doesn't matter which petals you use, as long as you use them. So you do that, gives us a spark, so you just put it there, and then this will go here. You won't see this one really well, because it's within the mana spreader, but it's there, I promise. Now, we do have, I believe, half of one. Yeah, we have half a mana pool, so we can make a Terra Steel ingot right now. As long as it doesn't take too much mana to get the stuff. So if you create a Terra Steel tools, you can put them in the mana pool to rank them up and make them better. Which, I didn't know that, so that's actually kind of cool. So let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and make this. We're going to need 1 mana pearl, 1 mana diamond. This says it takes a full thing. So unless I'm wrong... Or somebody else is wrong. Because this is a full mana pool in order to do it. I don't think that's right. Because here's the thing. So if you start this process and you don't have enough mana for it, it will just stop. And then you lose that mana. You don't get it back. So I'll make the item for it. Is it mana diamond? Yeah. But I won't actually start the... process, because now I'm a little confused on if it's a half a pool. The recipe says a full pool, so I'm gonna leave it at that for now. I'm just gonna put these here. Alright, well then, if we can't do that, then we can drop down to where it says Botanical Brewery. We can start the Lapis Lazuli thing. Or, there is a quest for living stuff, which is a challenge. It says, automate living wood and living rock. Tip, constructor and destructor for refined storage might be handy. It will not be because I am not using those. I have a different way of doing it because I was just looking around. Because in my Levitated series, I used blocks, not this exact one, but I used a block that basically just placed a block and then a different one broke it. And I had a hopper below it, and that's all you need. I don't know if I can actually, it just occurred to me. It just occurred to me with these is, am I able to program them? Because here's the thing. If I cannot program them, that might be a problem. And I think the reason, I think the reason it wants me to use the utilities, not utilities, what it's called, refined storage, is that it will be able to input stone and wood into it, possibly. I didn't think of that. But I already made these items, so it's what we're going to use. So this is essentially, like, we're still going to use all of this stuff up here, but when it comes to more complicated stuff, we're going to go downstairs for that. I will decorate it eventually. But here, we have something called a mechanical placer, which will automatically put down any blocks you put into it, and then you have a thing called a mechanical miner, which will automatically mine any blocks you put in front of it. Here's the problem that I didn't think of, though. I don't think these are programmable. Because the way that I had the ones that I used in Levitated is you had it set to where it didn't matter what the block was placed, because I only ever put blocks in it that could be placed. Like that. Oh, do you still have cobblestone in you? Huh. Apparently if you break them, they'll stay in there. That's news to me. Why don't you guys stack? There we go. Okay. So I can't actually do that. So I lied. Whoops. Can't actually do that. Because I don't... Have I ever finished a sentence? I don't know. If you cannot program it, it'll just break the block that is in front of it, regardless of what the type of block is. If I want to place down cobblestone and let it sit for a while, it... Well, actually, hang on. Here's the thing. Placer's fine. Minor. Can you be set... It says time per operation 20 ticks. 1 second. Can I lower that? Can I make it to where it only mines when I want it to? Is there a tool? Is there a tool offered to me? Oh, angel rings. I want an angel ring. How do I make an angel ring? Oh, you gotta have a creative jetpack. That's not anywhere near what I can do. Anyway. Redstone mode, always on, time per operation 20 ticks. I don't think I can change the operation. See, that's my problem. I didn't think this through. And I don't know how to use the other stuff. Constructor and destructor from refined storage. This is getting into some stuff that I've never touched before, so this might take me a second. I need a construction core. And I can make a constructor. And then the other one's called the destructor. Do I? I don't have these, do I? Oh, yeah, I've made them before, but I didn't. I made them into other things. I need more quartz. I need a improved processor. Oh, I don't have any. Well, I'll make a couple. Make 5. And then I need a destruction core, meaning I need more basic processors. Okay, we can do that. Okay, I thought I was gonna yell. I've made these things. It's because I didn't leave the thing. Alright. Let's see. So we're gonna just work on this for a little bit, because we don't have enough mana, as far as I'm aware, for the Terra Steel Ingot. Because I'm a little confused, because this says it needs a full... That's all the mana. That is all of the mana. So we're gonna need actually to automate mana a lot. Or have a lot more of other things. And then we can't do this because I don't want to steal the mana. I don't care about this. Ooh, that's what that boils down into. So let's see. Automate living wood and living rock. Tip, constructor, and deconstructor from refined storage might be handy. I've never used these before. I don't know how they work. I gotta look up how that works. Storage constructor. There we go. Let's see if I can get a tutorial going. Learning live. Okay, let's make a deconstruction core, and then we'll make a deconstructor, or destructor. Yay! Did refined storage have a book? No. Oh, I made an exporter and an importer, but I never made a constructor and a deconstructor. Constructor places items or fluids from the storage network into the world. No other blocks can be in front of the constructor except fluids, and it should be possible for the block to be placed. For example, saplings need dirt. The constructor can also drop items in the world instead of placing actual blocks. When provided with a stack upgrade, it'll drop stacks of items at a time. So, as long as this is connected to the thing, it'll place and destroy blocks as it goes. Okay, I'm getting that much. Now, I don't have an automated way to get cobblestone. Or do I? Because I do get ores, and I guess you do get cobblestone from ores, but I think I have that automatically being thrown away. Maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. But I don't have an automated way to get wood. How get wood? That's not how get wood. Well, the only way to get logs is by mining them, so unless there's something from create, which is always a possibility. So it'll automatically pull from the system. Now here's my question then. Let's go back to our storage thing. So there's the network transmitter. Right click the card onto the place transmitter. So used to connect stuff in the compacting machine. This is how we connect. So here's my question. I don't want to have to pipe everything everywhere if I don't have to. Is this how that works? The network transmitter and receiver, will it connect it to the network wirelessly without me having to do anything? So that's what I need to find out. So the problem, okay, I remember. This is the problem I was having, netherite. I think this means we're just gonna go ahead and have to make a trip to the nether, because I believe the only ways of getting it, like I said, is I could do the basalt generating, which I could automate, to be fair, but I needed this stuff from Botania to make the ice. So I can do this with the automatic breaker. I have lava. I have soul soil. Yeah, I have soul soil. I have lava. I need blue ice. To make blue ice, I need packed ice. To make packed ice, I need ice. To get ice, I need snow. And the alchemy catalyst. But I know how to get snow because of the pure daisy. Well, that's the transmitter. What's the other one? Receiver? Okay, it also needs netherite ingot. So I can either go mining, or I can make this automatic thing for nether items. And I actually think the automatic thing for nether items might actually be kind of handy. Because this makes a couple different things that are all nether based. I can even get nether quartz. I think I'm going to set this up. It's just ancient debris and cobalt is very rare. It's got a low weight. But I can do that. I just need ice. So I need water and a shovel. I do have a shovel. I just happen to have a shovel. Okay. And then we can do that. So I just need to make... I need to put the daisy somewhere where I can put water. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and run back over to our... What is this called? Greenhouse! I know what things are called, I swear. And we're just gonna put things in a way. No, that won't work because the water will destroy the flower. I remember now. God, I wish I could have my thingy on. I don't need much. No! Stupid double-clicking mouse! Okay. Everything else is fine, everything else is fine. I didn't even break my bucket, it didn't make it far enough. Okay. So that'll turn into snow, and we'll let that go, because we are at the end of this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any tips, tricks, or anything like that, please put it down in the comments below. I always greatly appreciate it. In between episodes, I'm going to continue setting up this basalt generator, and then maybe still go mining despite that, to try and see if I can get some netherite, because I want to craft those things sooner than later. The transmitter and the receiver, and also figure out how it works. So I'm actually going to look up how that works, just so I can, make sure I'm not wasting my time here. Still gonna make the basalt generator because that actually seems like a really good idea. So, but yeah, so I'll go ahead and leave it there, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!